Hello folks, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I'm 𝘊𝘰𝘳𝘀𝘐𝑑𝑖𝑠, and a fair bit has happened since last time I was with you. I've been working on all kinds of stuff. So, first of all, this is going to be the new polluted water area. You can see we have all this polluted water, germ-free, because it all dropped down from inside this biome, and this stuff here is also germ-free at the moment, thanks to the uranium ore. I went and smalled that up again, and I will combine them at some point, but we're going to need to get a real washroom on the go. I'm tired of these things, which that one will probably fill up right now. Yeah. We have had actually a couple of accidents where, for whatever reason, it's just they have all turned out of order at the same time, and that has been problematic. What did I do there? Let's slow it down for a second. Let's see what we have here. Pip eggs or a fungal spore. We already have 4 pips. That's one thing that happened. Is we got 4 pips, and I planted wheezewort with them. You can see in this pattern here, in order to make a radiation zone. And what I'll do is I'll move the pips out of there and put them somewhere else. I think we might go ahead and make a natural sort of farm. I don't know, we might do some bristle blossom farming with them. I haven't quite decided yet. You can see over here I've got some infrastructure laid out. This is going to be a triple spam with 6 pumps down here and 1 for hydrogen, because each one of these will make 112 grams of hydrogen. 1 pump can handle 500, so that's 336 hydrogen we'll have. And how much? Lots of oxygen anyways. And this over here, as soon as we get some water in it, it's almost done, will then become unlimited oxygen storage. And we'll, oh, we got to be real careful with this because we only want a very little bit of water. So basically you let 1 drop like that, and then you say, nope, no more, thank you very much. And we've turned out with just the right amount. We've got about 1 kilogram. You have to have less than 2 kilograms per tile. So that's going to work fine. We'll deconstruct that. Yes, take that water away. Thank you very much. And then build another pump in there. And I put in some piping and some piping of both types anyways, through here to act as a cooling loop, and I haven't really decided how we're going to do that. Probably with hydrogen from here, we'll circulate it around. And we want to keep the temperature in here down to about 20 degrees. So, and this will be the oxygen supply, so it'll go from here into here and then be distributed throughout the base. And I want to keep it about 20 degrees to keep temperature regulated. So that's what we'll do with this ATN. For the time being, we'll make sure we can manage that, and I'll have to come up with a system for doing that. We also have Drecos. We have some Dreco farming going on in here. We had 3 Drecos, but I got rid of 1, which is, so you need 2 mealwoods per, as far as the internet tells me anyways. So, yeah, they have been doing just fine. I think we might be harvesting that one, are we? No harvest. No, we're good. And we're getting ready for glossy Drecklets. You can see that one's 44% incubation, that one's 5. So it's going to be some time, but then we'll start getting some plastic, which we're going to need. Definitely going to need. What else have I done? Some exploration. Down here is an aluminum volcano, which I've never dealt with before. Of course, we got the cool steam vents. We've got, what was it here? A leaky oil fissure, which I don't believe I've dealt with either. That ejects at 326 degrees Celsius. So hot, very hot. What is it? 1726 degrees. Yeah, went exploring for some other stuff. Oh, another cold zone. Didn't know about that till now. We have a chlorine gas vent, which is kind of meh. What temperature does that come out? 60 degrees Celsius. And then, of course, the volcano is here, so not a lot of stuff that I would really hope to see. I was looking for a cool slush geyser. Oh yeah, another minor volcano there. Is that right? Yeah, 2 minor volcanoes above our base. Kind of, I don't know, it's not disappointing, but it is disappointing at the same time. Figure that one out. Psychoanalyze that. I think we'll continue up there and maybe cut through the abyssal layer to go and explore a little bit more of what's going on here. Uranium. It's not too bad, actually, the rad's in there. Yeah, you don't want to take on too much of that through the course of a day, but it's fine. We should have plenty of rads here to do research with. This is probably the location that we'll collect the rads from, so 793. I don't know, it sounds good to me. I've never done this kind of research before. I think above here, yeah, I think we're gonna set this space up above to be, how many, yeah, that's 4, so that'll be the, we're gonna put, yeah, I think we're gonna put a couple of bristle blossom pip ranches up there, pip farms. Yeah, radiation's going up and I'm not surprised. Let's speed it up again. And the way the farming with the pips goes, we start digging this out, we're gonna have to lower it one. So I have a mod for building dirt tiles. There's ways of doing this. I should have probably done that differently, so let's cancel this. I'll put 3 dirt tiles there. Generally speaking, I think you do top to bottom though. So I'm gonna have to think about that. But yeah, there are ways of building and tricking the game into then deconstructing a door and having a raw metal tile. It's time consuming and it's wasteful and I just don't want to do it. So that's why I have a mod to just build dirt tiles, because that seems to me like a thing you could do. We didn't trap one in there. That's good. Good. No one's trapped. All right, good. Next, I can dig those and then we'll have 3 there and then we'll have 3 more. And it continues in a pattern like this. You can do every other tile, or you can do 3, skip 3, 3, skip 3, 3. If I'm remembering correctly. I might not be. So let's let some time pass. I'll set this up. I think actually the time might be now to say goodbye to this area. We kept this up for a little bit of free food, but we're going to replace all that anyways. So we're going to dig that out and let these guys roam around, I guess. Just hopefully they don't keep our dupes awake. That's my only concern. So we'll dig those out. We'll carry on our ladder way a little bit further. And then we'll carry this whole structure on. So, yeah. Cancel those. One, two, three. So 1, 2, 3. And then we'll have a little bit of space for, I don't know what. Probably a feeder or something. Haven't really decided. The other thing I'd like to do is at the top of the base have parks where we go in and out of the base. That can all be destructed. Destructed, yes, destructed. Deconstructed. This guy, yes. Shelly, I'm a little concerned about the temperatures up here. 29 degrees is not too bad. Especially if we get this on the go, which, you know, I mean, I should really not worry about this. For a small food gain, I should worry about the oxygen. Right? Right. Alright, let me get some piping thought out, and I'll come back to you. Yes, take that sand and ice. Do it. Do it good. Looks like we had a little bit of a problem with polluted ice. We didn't have polluted ice for the longest time. We were just storing ice and snow in here. But because, of course, and I don't like the way this works, if you happen to discover that and you have the check mark here, then, yeah, when you discover polluted ice, it automatically starts with a check mark. And I don't think that should be that way, but that's what we have. So anyways, polluted ice was a problem for those. So I've canceled that, but we do have 1.4 kilograms of polluted water in there now. What I'm going to do is throw in a pitcher pump. We'll erase some of that, throw a pitcher pump, and then auto bottle it back to here. We can go enable auto bottle on these two and build the pitcher pump right there. Should be fine. And that'll do. Yeah. We are starting to build here, so let me try and explain what I've done so far. We have our hydrogen coming out here with radiant gas pipes to pick up the warm heat. The warm heat, yes, words. The heat from the electrolyzers and taking it all the way over to the AETN, first of all, and then we'll probably go into a reservoir after that we'll throw somewhere. I haven't quite gotten that far yet. And then we'll truck the hydrogen over to here and we'll put in a couple of hydrogen generators. I'm going to expand these levels out for our power supply because it's just a little cramped in there right now. I had thought about doing another power bus over here, which I may consider again, simply because it wouldn't be that hard to put up another main power bus up in this space and then have a secondary circuit that it powers. But I don't know, I like having everything in one spot because you just know where to look and you don't have to really mess with multiple power supplies on multiple circuits, right? One circuit, or at least one main circuit, one main bus powering other circuits. When we're running off of one circuit right now, but this is going to need, look at this, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 plus what, 6 times 4 is 24, so 14.4 plus more. So we're going to need a whole circuit for this in itself. A 2k watt circuit. This is going to require more power itself as well. So the only problem with that, of course, is this is going to take a lot of refined copper in order to get the power from a transformer all the way over here. So that's kind of the considerations I'm having to make. Is it's supposed to be a self-powered oxygen machine, right? But the problem with that is I want to have any excess power going into the base. So I don't know, I might have to try and do some math and figure out exactly what we're going to have. We're going to have 112 to, yeah, 336 hydrogen, which is enough to power 3 hydrogen generators for 800 watts a piece. So we could have 3 of them for 2400 watts. And let's go back into that again. So if we look at this, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 240, 8 times 240, plus a 120. So that's going to be 2040 watts just for that. So that would be 2 circuits and 2 of these plus 40 watts, right? So there is the potential for quite a bit of extra power. Yeah, I think I'm best off powering into a main bus. The other thing we could do, expand the main bus to go around the base. We could have this come up here all the way around, and then we're using unrefined copper, of which we have a lot. And that holds 20 kilowatts. So, and then, like I say, we could just put another circuit going into the base if we want to have it there. I may end up doing that. but I haven't quite decided where ingress and egress into the base is going to happen. I'm pretty chuffed that we're going to have plastic soon, because then we can start thinking about, what am I trying to say? Transit tubes, which would simplify that whole process, right? Anyways, I'm going to carry on building some stuff. You know what I might do right now, actually? How long? They're going to end their cycle. Let's let them end their workday, as is happening right now. And then we're going to tear apart this washroom and build a whole new washroom all in one go. I hope. I hope. They're going to want to do this stuff, but we'll just use priorities. Alright, let's let them get through the night. Alright, had a little business to take care of there. So I've set this up to be torn down. And let's start getting some things settled. First of all, before we go too far, the water sieve is going to need to... Well, you know what? Actually, it doesn't need to exist yet because they can fill up some pipes yet. But why don't I place it anyways? Let's not be silly now. Water sieve at a copper is just fine. And go in that side, come out that side is just fine with me as well. I haven't really thought about how to deal with the water yet, but the one thing we can do with the water is, wait. Yeah, that's right. So we're going to loop back on itself, and then we could consider feeding some bristle blossom with it. If we put in the, what kind of tiles? The hydroponic tiles. That would cut down on the amount of hauling that we have to do. That's under food, brain. Thank you very much. And we could just set it up here. Oh, and it's not going to let me do the easy thing. So we're going to have to remove buildings. And let's just do it every other one for the time being. But we're going to work on this first anyways. That's just going to be queued up. We're going to need a lavatory. I am considering putting in a shower here. You know what? Let's do a whole shower room. Why not? We'll do a whole shower room. Maybe up here above the bedrooms. Yeah, or we could just move the bedroom too. That's always a thing we can do. So we're going to need sinks. I'm having a rough brain day. Let it be easy on me. Yes, it's the menus that are killing my brain. It's also... I found some black mold under a window. And I sprayed it with bleach and water. And now my office just smells like bleach. I'm like bathing in it. Now I know when they get the eye irritation in the bleach, what they're going through. It's probably not very good for me. I do have a window open, but it's also the middle of winter in Canada, so that only goes so far. Okay, those are in, and let's get the lavatories priority higher. Yeah, and we'll put some statues around them, and that'll be good. And then we need to look at our piping. I might just go with insulated pipe to, I don't know how the heat's going to be, actually. I don't think there is going to be that much heat. So let's not. Sandstone? No, we'll go with granite. And don't question it. Go up to here. We're going to grab a bridge, rotate, and then go straight down to there. And it is going to come out of there. I suppose it's got to drain somewhere, right? So it'll drain down here. But only after going through another bridge, because the bridge is going to take priority. Inputs take priority. And then extra will come down here and drop and make all this water germy, which was kind of what I was trying to avoid, but I'm not that troubled. We'll do a chlorine filter later on. I was looking at some designs for that. To remind me how to do it without using a bunch of power and stuff. So back over here, it is going to... What do I have this for? Oh, this is the output. Output for the steel. And we're gonna just reroute that, is what we'll do. So let's just steal its pipe. Up to there. I think it's the output. I think it's the output that matters. But why not be safe? Yeah, that'll do. You, sir, can come down here. Take a bridge. Meet up there again. Now, let me deprioritize the steel pipe, because it's not as important. There we go, priority 7. Let's get the work done, dupes. We have 3/4 of a cycle to make it happen. That might be optimistic. In fact, it might be foolhardy to have done this. We're gonna need to prime things as well. So we're gonna need this to prime through here. We got 3 builders plus others helping. Hopefully they're helping. You shouldn't be working on this, guys. Nine. Okay, they're trucking with the piping. That's beautiful. Okay, we have water going in. We just need to get these ones done. And then those toilets are ready to rock. Okay, we can actually snip that off now, because they're primed. But yeah, seriously, 9. These guys aren't priority 9. And power. We're gonna need power. Ay. Okay, conductive wire bridge. Remove that from there. Whoops, hello. Connect that through. There we go. Beauty. We didn't cross the wires. That's important. Look at that. Toilet working just as the last pipes and the sink working. That's great. We did start to put in some of these blocks. Sadly, we don't have anyone with a decorating skill yet. Can we put another one at the ends there? Sure can. So they'll throw some granite in them anyways. That'll be a dupe. Either we just throw a skill at it and not have a decorator or something. Do we want to even do that? I think so. I think a builder being able to haul more is a great idea. There was one dupe with a little bit of skill in decorating, and that's 𝘂𝘁𝘓. So yeah, next point he gets, maybe we'll put it in decorating, even if it's not great for his stress. Hello. Water or A dupe. I think water. Because I just don't want another dupe right now. Just not ready for that. Cool. Well, that's that. So, wow. 𝘬𝘭𝘥 streaking. This is going to have to get built, and it's going to take a little bit of time, but it won't be too bad. So why don't I bring you back when there's a little more to report? Oh, what is happening here? Irrigation. Right. What did I build? What happened? How did they become dirt tiles? I call shenanigans on the game. Yeah. This is one of the ways of making tiles. Apparently. Although this is, I'm pretty sure, not supposed to happen. Usually you have to build a big U shape around it and then deconstruct a door. Or maybe... I don't know. I don't get it. There's also dig errands. There's dirt there that's not showing. So I have a feeling it's mod behavior. Yeah. I do realize one thing I forgot to explain was this, which is going to be familiar to most people who play a bunch of Oni. It looks like you got dropped. It is a critter masher drowner thing, and what it is meant to do is to take overload critters from these areas that are set to auto wrangle surplus. Well, that's not. This is. So if we have more than 8 hatches, including eggs, the extras will be picked up. They will be dropped here. This will then trigger, and the automation is a NOT gate, so it flips the signal. So you can see when there's no critters, it's sending red, which turns to green, and a green signal passing through here means the door is open. And this is a buffer set to 5 seconds. So basically what happens, critter gets inside, this switches to red. Comes down here, this door starts to close. 5 seconds later, this door starts to close. 5 seconds later, this door starts to close. And that progressively raises the water up until there's no longer space for a critter to breathe. And they drown. And you have meat. It's, let's face it, it's a shitty way to go. But that's the way it is. This door should be closed, please. Alright, we are going to plant some bristle blossom in here. We'll probably just dig these. Maybe we'll dig up some of the younger ones. Let a couple of them come of age. Plants. 7 copy settings. Let's check where that light goes. Yeah, about there. And then we'll turn this into anything else. Maybe another ranch. Another hatch ranch? Maybe. We could always go for sweetles. I've never really dealt with sweetles. I've just always used hatches because they're easy enough. But we do need to think about food after a time. How many guys we have in here, I wonder? 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6 for the egg. 7 for the egg. I mean, there should be 8, but... yeah. Okay, wrangle this guy again. And I'm just throwing the pips in there along with the shine bugs just to put them somewhere. The shine bugs can, I don't know, light up the end here if we choose to do that. I'm not sure we will. Just wanted them out of floaty territories. Alright, this up here. That's right, we're working on this. Just making sure washroom's all good. It's all done. This is beautiful. We've got piping, sending extra water into these. Hopefully. Yeah, well, I mean, they'll take the water eventually when they're planted. We got too much going on right now. But that'll be fine. It can sit in there. Is it actually going in here? I don't know where that water's disappearing to. Huh, weird. Okay. It's being mysteriously consumed. I don't know where. It must be loading into one of these. That's fine. Let us now... No, you guys have gotten out as well. One thing I should point out I did with the skills is one of our people. Yeah, you were... Player X was initially kind of a base dupe for carrying and tiding and stuff, but also has the ranching. So I sent them up the ranching. So we do have a second rancher aside from Regis, who was also the cook. Camille, you're doing okay. We'll send you up the mechatronics engineering because you got the passion for it. And this is going to go good. If they ever plant, that would be nice. Would be real nice. There we go. Sun Nymph is in there. I really don't like how the flyers can like fly out the door when you open it. It's really annoying. Really very annoying. Because the other critters don't do that. Just the flyers, it seems. Alright, this is looking pretty good. You can see we have two of these. They go across the bridge just to get across. And then out of vent, same thing. This pair goes over here across the bridge, out of vent. This pair goes over here and out of vent. So we have one more vent free for putting oxygen in if we so choose. And I may so choose at some point in time, because usually what I like to do is hermetically seal my main base and then suck out the gases to organize them after we've dug out more of the asteroid. That's many cycles in the future. Now we're going to have to get our water from somewhere, obviously. So we have this water that's going up and feeding the metal refinery. But we can piggyback off of that as well and just come down here. And this water is pretty chill. So there's no reason we can't then cool this space with it some more just to keep temperatures nice and averaged out. So I think that's what we'll do. And then for this space, I haven't really thought through the automation for it yet. But what I'm going to want is basically a temperature thing, an atmosensor, thermosensor. Here we are. A thermosensor in here, which is going to give us our something. I haven't quite figured it out. When I figure it out, I'll let you know. But right now, I don't have all the parts in my head. So, but I want to keep the oxygen. This is the point. I want to keep the oxygen at 20 degrees Celsius, thereabouts. 20 to 25 would be fine. And use this cycle to do that. And I think we'll use hydrogen in the gas pipe, actually, because using a liquid could freeze. Or we use oil when we uncover that, but that we'd have to cool that down, you know, 300 degrees or so. What do we got? Spicy tofu, sure. I gotta admit, I am regretting a little bit not using the same seed as last time, because boy, that was a good seed, wasn't it? You're an unreachable build. Oh, yes, you are. Because there's no ladder across there. Well, don't worry about it. I am going to put more ice in there, though. Maybe we'll put another one down here. A couple more. We can fit some more ice in there. And you can see we've got in here 8.9 tons of ice at minus 29 degrees Celsius. That's minus 37, minus 34, and minus 12. So this one is going to melt sooner than the others, and it's going to release 10 tiles of water all at once. So the thing is, the less you put in there, the faster it heats up, which, you know, makes perfect sense. So I'm kind of okay with it being done 10 at a time. And it'll just be a slow release. I do want this out of here, though. Pretty badly. So we could turn that up to 8. And that should force them to come to... Oh, they can't even get to this. Never mind. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? There. Now they can get down to it. At least when that's built. And let me think through my little climate control scheme here. Alright, I went ahead and installed 2 mods. One that allows you to rotate buildings because it turned out you couldn't rotate the material study thing. This was the whole point of here, is to have the rad bolt generator and have this all hooked into here and firing into the material study terminal. Wait. Okay, so that's not going to work. I can build that behind them, but I can't build the wire behind them. Well, that's wrong. It's very frustrating, actually, because, yeah. All that work with the pips I'm going to have to redo. Or we just make it work with one Wheezewort, or we just throw a pip. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just throw some pips in here. I'll fix it. Many minutes later, I managed to get this up and running. We put pips back in there. We replanted this. Mostly because I just didn't want to have to feed them. Yeah, it's fine. Anyways, I've never done this before, so let's start generating some rad bolts. We'll just connect that up. And yeah, we are generating rad bolts. So at 50, I guess it fires into this machine. I've seen it done on Nathan's Sandbox, and that's about it. I was watching one of his playthroughs. So I guess this is going to take some time to generate, and then fire into here, and then we do research with it. I guess. It can store up to 100 rad bolts. Okay. Maybe we should just fire at one. Oh, no power. I think I've maxed out our power production. That's a bit of an issue. We are almost ready to go over here, though. What is it I'm missing? First of all, these have got to run actually into those. Yeah, and then that should turn around properly. I need to move power over to them. I was doing something about that. I don't remember what now. Okay. Yes, I did some calculations. And it makes way more sense to actually refine the metal because we get fully refined, basically. And it's 25 metal per tile versus if we extend the main branch, it's 100 per tile. So it would be like 15,000 copper to expand the main power bus over here. And that just doesn't seem worthwhile. So instead, I'm going to build the hydrogen generation plants out here. That's what I had decided to do all those many minutes ago. And I think we'll just set them up something like this. And save the extra hydrogen somewhere. Haven't quite determined that yet. Let's just throw all of this on airflow tile. This area will be cleaned out more, and as you can see, I've kind of determined this is going to be the top of the base. And what I'll do is I'll have a central storage area in here, and probably a tube, transit tube thing here to go off to this side of the map. Transit tubes here to go off to that side of the map to do work. And suit docks that coincide with that. We have flooding? Oh yeah, we sure do. And, oh, have I not put enough water in there? Yeah, okay, there's not enough water in there. So it's got to be up on this tile. What I will do then... Why are the pips down here? Oh, because I have all critters. I was going to just move them up into this room. I'm glad they're not dead. I'm glad you're not dead, Pips. We'll just throw them in the kitchen. We should also make the thing that makes it a kitchen. What's it called? It's spice grinder. Yes. We'll just have some pips run around in here and be friendly. Priority 6. And wrangle these guys up. Anyways, that shows the principle of how it pushes the water up, at the very least. Are you drowning now? Now you're drowning. There you go. Regis has saved you. Alright, liquid, water, 8, enable auto bottle. We want to get the water... 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just to fill this. Just to fill it. Which is 1,000 kilograms, so that's going to take a minute. Have we generated a rad bolt yet? I think we did. No? No, probably... Oh, I think when the power goes out, it loses it. Right, we're going to have to work on that first. Let me just disconnect this. We'll come back to that in the next episode. So we're running out of time here. But I do feel like we're making much better progress in a lot of ways than that first playthrough. Yeah. Oh, these things are regrowing again. The thing is, with 8 dupes and two hatch ranches, we don't need to generate that much food. We don't need to plant that much. So I'm happy to let this stuff trickle in, and I might just bring up a few of them, but I suppose it doesn't hurt. It doesn't really hurt just letting them get irrigation when they get irrigation. Anyways, let's see what's here. Fertilizer. Narcoleptic. A lot of bad things going on. Building, researching, operating. No, we'll just take the fertilizer and move on. Maybe next time. Maybe next time we'll bring on more dupes. Because food's not an issue. Oxygen's not going to be an issue. It's going to be water, which we have a refreshing source of water. How we're going to cool that is anyone's guess, because as I tried last time, this thing's not really capable of doing that. Did I ever explain to you guys what I was doing here? I don't think I did. Okay. So, what we have here is a gas shutoff and a gas pipe thermosensor, as well as a thermosensor, and they are connected into an AND gate. So what happens is, if temperature here is below 20 degrees Celsius, it says its current internal pressure temperature is minus 273. I don't believe that. Anyways, if the temperature is above 26 degrees in here, below 20 degrees in here, it will allow that'll be both green signals. It will allow gas to go through this loop, which will cool down the gas in the pipe, and it will just go in a continuous circle. So we're going to have to prime that with hydrogen at some point. Whenever we get it out of here, we'll just drop it in there, let it go back around, and we'll only have, say, whatever the length of the cooling loop is worth of hydrogen, and that will allow it to slowly cool down the oxygen as it sits in this space. That's my hope anyways. We could actually no, we'd have to make this a lot bigger in order to cool any other thing, but maybe we'll have hydrogen overflow. I don't know why I made these. Probably hydrogen overflow. But I think we'll make another endless storage for hydrogen and try and cool that down as much as possible and use it as a coolant for other places like this water or the aluminum or something. I don't know. That's going to be a lot of cold. We need to go back and find out what's in here, so let me just go ahead and order that to be explored for next time. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get the SPAM up and running between episodes, and next episode, we should have that working. I still have to do pipes to distribute the oxygen. But I want to make sure that the cooling loop works. Cooling loop works first. I can't word. All right, folks. Have yourselves a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, cheers. Goodbye for now.